Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special episode of the legendary Alex Cardinale here on my YouTube channel. Today, I have two exciting guests. We're going to have a really fun conversation, basically on everything from football and who else knows what we're going to talk about. But this is going to be a fun conversation, so I'm really excited for this. So let me introduce my guest. First, we have Katherine Jones from This Needs to Be Said radio show. Hey, Katherine, how are you doing today?
I am fantastic. How are you, Alex?
I am doing great. I'm glad to have you guys here.
Absolutely. Thank you for inviting us.
You're welcome. And then we also got CJ, which is your husband, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Hey, CJ, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Alex?
It's an honor to have you on my show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. So, how was your Christmas?
Christmas ended, well, he'll answer in a second. Christmas ended up being good because when we last talked, I didn't know what I wanted for Christmas. And I still really didn't know, but I ended up getting like a bunch of shoes and he fell in love with that idea. So I think I made a good Christmas decision for myself. But he absolutely got what he wanted. He knew early last year, what he wanted before Christmas even arrived.
Yeah. Alex, are you a weapons guy?
I haven't had any yet,
It's
but I
okay.
want to do
It's all
so.
right. I mean, it wasn't a trap question. I mean, some people some people are comfortable and some people are not. In the Navy, I was a weapons instructor, so it's just one of those things, that I happen, to just throw out there for conversation piece. But my lady, Mrs. T and TBS, happened to spoil me in getting one of my favorite choices of weapons, which was an automatic 12 gauge. It's called a bull pump, a BP 12, made by Panzer. It's a maker out in Turkey. So it's a really, really high techy looking 12 gauge, but it's still a 12 gauge. So yeah, that's like the only thing that I wanted. And so Miss T and TBS made it happen for Mr. T and TBS. So yeah, I had an awesome Christmas. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely want to get a gun, but I'm not sure if I legally can because I got diagnosed with bipolar, but I would love to get one.
I understand. I
Yeah, I don't
understand.
know what the stipulations are around that, but it's something to look into.
Yeah.
Because if you learn
Um,
how to manage bipolar, anyway, my vote is everybody should be able to protect themselves. So if you can manage bipolar, you should
that's
be able to
it.
manage protecting yourself.
Excellent,
So
baby.
definitely look
Excellent.
into it.
Look at you, sound like me now. Okay. All
Fight the
right.
power, right?
Yes. Everybody has the inherent right to self-defense.
Yep.
So
That's true.
it may not even be a firearm, but just something that make you feel comfortable and something that you can hold on to. So look into that.
Yeah, definitely here in Florida we need it.
Yes, yeah,
Uh, everywhere. Yes.
everywhere.
True.
Yes. But
Well,
But
I'm
I think
inviting some
I
friends.
think
So if
here
you
in
guys kind of
Florida.
see, if you
Go
see me
ahead, go
look
ahead.
distracted, I'm inviting some friends.
Ah, cool.
oh, okay, great.
Yeah, I was gonna say here in Florida, I think if someone breaks in our house and we shoot them, we don't go to jail.
Well, yeah.
Well, you want
Well,
to know
yeah.
that for sure.
I
You
mean,
want to know
well,
for sure.
we do have a similar law here in North Carolina. Y'all have stand your ground. We have castle, and it's all the same thing in Spanish. You have the right to defend yourself, and the way that we talk, the way that we teach it in the military, we say you have the inherent right to defend yourself. So anything outside of that, it's just state, city, and counties just politicizing it all. In other words, if someone attacks you, threatens something that is actually yours, that belongs to you, you have a right to protect it and yourself. So that's all that it breaks down to. I didn't know I was going to end up having a firearms lesson, baby. I'm glad I was
We didn't
there.
know. We went into this knowing this was going to be a surprise discussion. Well, how about them Cowboys? Let's just go ahead and
How
throw
about
that
him,
out there.
baby?
Let's just go
How
ahead. I mean,
about
look,
it?
don't wait. Don't wait.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
actually rooting for the Cowboys so my Bucks can eliminate them.
Oh,
But
then
you
fine.
know what?
Hey,
You gotta
look,
have an
we
agenda.
can come back.
Everyone
Look,
has to have
look,
an
we can
agenda. I can't
always.
even be mad. Have
I
an
don't know if
agenda.
you want to reminisce on that ass whoop,
Oh
but
Lord.
I don't know if you really want to reminisce on that because y'all barely got away. If it
Oh
wasn't for
Lord.
crooked foot Greg,
Oh.
that would have been y'all very first L for the season. So do you
Mm,
really
mm,
want to
mm.
go back there?
I don't
He
know.
thinks he does.
Tom
He thinks
Brady's
he
good in the
does.
playoffs, so you never know.
You say who?
Tom Brady,
What about him?
he's great
Oh
in the
Lord. Why
playoffs.
did you say
He's
that,
only as
Alex?
good as your line.
Why did you say that,
He's
Alex?
only as good as
You
your
know
line. That's why
what,
I said I don't know if you're ready for me,
baby?
bro.
Baby, don't let him get you. Don't let him get you. Alex is setting you up. He coming in here. Don't mess. Don't do it. Time out, guys.
Listen, I'm
Go to
trying
your
to tell
mutual
you right
corner.
now.
Oh no.
Y'all better listen to Antonio Brown, but he
Oh
dropping
Lord.
dime. Y'all may not like him. Y'all may not like him, and I don't too much care for him either. But he did speak the truth. Your quarterback is only as good as the team that he plays for. Period.
That's a lot of
True.
pressure
And then
as
the
to
whole room gets quiet.
yeah,
You
because
see?
I have
And
my opinion about that. I think that it's a lot of pressure for it to be the quarterback, and it's like a band. It's Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. It's David Ruffin and the Temptations. It's
right.
Hootie and the Blowfish. That's a lot of pressure because if you do well,
David
that's
Ruffin in
good.
the. Oh
I
yeah.
know, right?
No, but yeah, I mean, we all understand that the quarterback is the face of the team. We understand that. We
I don't.
understand
I don't
that.
like it.
Somebody is going to take the credit. I mean, just like in the military, the officers will always get the glory, but it's the enlisted that actually did the work. So we
That needs to
understand that,
change.
right? Yeah. So we understand that Tom Brady is no punk. He is a great quarterback, but he is only as good as the line that protects him. And that's proven throughout the losses that the Buccaneers have, or when he played for the Patriots. When the Patriot line wasn't that good, he got sacked. Same thing with these couple losses here. He couldn't believe it. And if you notice that, and that was the one thing that that I was sharing with Kat one time. We were watching the Bucks play, and the first time that your boy got sacked, I said, "Baby, watch this. They're gonna end up tripling up and forming almost like
Oh
a
yeah.
miniature wall around Tom, and he will never get sacked again."
He's
And
yes.
and did I not call it, baby? They
Yes.
actually
Precious.
sacrificed the line just to protect Tom Brady so he would not get sacked again. And so the other team that y'all were playing, they didn't have no answer for that. 21, he fell back just so he can protect Tom Brady. And that was it. And they didn't have an answer for it. But yeah, if Tom Brady he does not throw well under pressure at all. He's not really good in the clinch. But however, he is good with knowing how to work that clock. I'll give him credit for. He can work the heck out of that clock. So that's about as all
Yeah.
credit. That's about all the credit I'm going to give you, Alex.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge Tom Brady fan when he played for the Patriots. I really didn't like him, but now I have no choice.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh
You
God!
gotta
So you a fan
conform.
of the
You gotta conform. They
you
want to know
have
where's
my
your loyalty.
you
But
has
since
my
he
Yeah,
came
sympathy.
to our team, we're a lot better now.
of
well,
course.
I mean, of
I
course,
think
yeah.
he
I
gets some
mean,
special rules though. I was asking CJ if
uh-huh.
there's possible, like we see the difference. Football is at the core is the same game, but from Pee Wee League up to NFL, I think there's some rules that are very different. And maybe the better you are, like if you're Tom Brady, who's the GOAT, maybe you get like extra yardage or, certain things don't affect you like other players. I'm wondering if it's that way because I've watched some of the games and I'm learning the game a little bit. And I could see one play or see the game with Tom Brady, and I'm like, they let some things slide that they didn't let slide in the other game that we were just watching with the same play. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Is there some extra credit that he gets? You
Of
can tell us,
course.
Alex. Well, I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
asking you, babe. I'm asking
Yeah,
Alex. He can
yeah.
tell us
Alex. Alex, what you think?
I don't know. It's a tough question. I think he does get like some favoritism from the referees for sure.
for sure.
I noticed
And
they
that's
tend to most of their decisions tend to go in his favor.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe if once you earn a position, like it just does. I don't know. It may not be fair, but it seems like it does.
yeah. I was just gonna say, I'm really not even that big of a fan of basketball, but it's just certain names that you hear. So when you go back and you watch the highlight, like your LeBron Jameses, and even back in our day, um, back in the 90s and stuff, of course it was about Jordan. And he could take an extra step or two, before he jumped off the line, or they wouldn't call, certain fouls and stuff. Why? Because that's Jordan, you know. LeBron, same thing to this day, you know, how he plays, different calls. They don't see him doing, catching technical fouls and stuff like that. It just don't happen. And so I do. I look at, big names the same way, but especially when it's centered around Tom Brady. And who's my Green Bay, babe? Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers. He don't get a lot of calls and things like that. It all depends on their stardom. It depends on how close that game is, and if and people's expectations. I really do think that home field advantage plays a lot in it. So if you in Tom Brady land, no matter where he's at, he's gonna have the favor of the crowd, of the stadium itself, and for some reason these referees they put on blindfolds. I don't know, but sometimes it is very hard to watch.
Money talks sometimes.
There it is.
Was that?
Sorry.
I said money talks sometimes. Maybe he's paying off the referees.
Oh yes, sir. I truly believe
Maybe
that.
it's possible.
I truly believe that, man.
Well, Alex, we didn't ask you what you got for Christmas. I remember you sharing your Christmas tree with me, and it was a lovely tree. But what did you end up
Yeah,
doing
that
for
was
Christmas?
nice.
I got a lot of stuff this Christmas. I got
Oh,
a
you got
couple
lots of stuff.
of
Well, go ahead.
I got a couple of Buccaneers shirts, including this one,
Okay.
and
Oh, I
shoes.
see. Oh, look at him showing his Okay.
I
You had your
see. I see.
cowboy tumbler. He got on his Buccaneer shirt. Look. Okay. What else you get?
uh,
I see y'all.
I got some shoes and kitchenware and some
Oh
fish.
yeah. Yeah. So you didn't do any? Did you get any fish for your aquarium?
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
You did that? Okay. Oh well, then you had a very good Christmas.
Yeah, I had a great Christmas.
Yeah.
It came and went by
Outstanding.
quick.
Say it again.
It came quick and went by just as quick.
It did.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I felt like I just watched CJ put all the Christmas stuff up and had to watch him take it all down.
Yeah, we took it down last week or so. We took our stuff down.
Yeah, that's about that time. I say about mid. Yeah, and hey, that's a good question. Like,
Okay.
so, if it was up to Miss T and TBS,
Yes.
Christmas would be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I am
No
not kidding
joke.
you.
No joke.
I
Before we
am
got
not
together,
kidding.
CJ, you don't even know how right you are. Before you and I even reconnected, CJ, I used to have a potted Christmas tree. It was an artificial tree, and it already had lights on it, and it stayed up all year round. So you are absolutely right. Yes, I would. Sure
And
would.
so, as a matter of fact, like, I mean, she was the one that told me, is it Christmastown, USA, by the beach?
Oh no,
Or on the
Christmas
beach?
Mouse. There's a store called the Christmas
Oh,
Mouse.
the Christmas Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
And
that's
it's
and that's
24,
24 hours.
24/7. 24/7. Well, maybe
So
not
how
24/7, but it's
long does
definitely year
Christmas
round.
last in your uh place there, Alex?
That sounds like Christmas tree shops, Christmas mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. It is. How long is Christmas in your area? That is a good question. I think at least till February, Christmas should last because technically there's still some Christmas going on around the world. But
True.
I'll be quiet.
Up here in Florida, they started decorating like a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving, but now
Right.
all the decorations are gone. It's back to normal here.
When did they take them down?
I started noticing on my way to work that they were taking them down like right after New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Boo.
Ooh,
That
that's
is
kind of
horrible.
too soon.
That's
Because
I
I think
know.
I mean at least give it 7 days into the new year, at least.
True.
Because
mm,
I
mm,
waited
mm.
to about a few days ago. Yeah.
It felt like you was ripping the bandage off right after New Year's. I can't tell. I don't remember. It was a horrible experience. I didn't like any of it.
Well, you didn't have to take down the tree, so don't worry about
No, or put it up, but I mean, I'd
it.
like the view, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean,
I have a
like,
random thing. I have a random thing. So we've been watching commercials, Alex, and some of the commercials have been bothering me. So there's
oh,
one commercial, is a life insurance commercial. They said the slogan or tagline is, "This insurance policy is so good, your family will want you dead."
Wow.
Yeah,
oh
this is a
yeah.
real
You haven't seen
commercial.
that, Alex? You haven't
I
seen
think
that?
I have. I think I've seen
Oh
that.
man,
Oh
It sounds
God, that's
familiar.
like the funniest commercial out there right
that
now.
troubles me.
And
That
then
troubles me.
they shoot you like the serious line, like within like the last 2 seconds of the commercial, being like, "No, seriously, like don't do this because
But
we
they
really
say
won't
it
hire you."
fast. They say it fast though, so I don't. It's like parts sold separately, like real quick.
And I was just like, "Wow!" And I was like, "Okay, was that a joke?" But that is an actual commercial.
A real commercial. I thought it was a spoof. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, "What? That's real." So
that's
it's a
terrible.
real insurance company
Yes,
bragging about how good their policies are.
oh, we're so
But
good.
the whole idea is, I mean, the whole thing around the commercial is that his family, his dog, his wife,
Yep,
his
everybody.
kids is trying to kill him. And I'm like,
Wow.
wow, I don't think that's a good message to put out there.
It's not. And that commercial troubles me. The other one
Yeah.
that troubles me is the mesothelioma. I have it
Oh
every time they
God.
run that commercial. I'm itching and scratching. I got all the side effects. And me and a loved one who's died from it. No, I got a call. That's what I feel like.
To
Every
me, that's the
commercial,
funny. Yeah.
huh?
I'll just say to me that was the funniest line. Have
Yes.
you or a loved one died from like? Did they just say
Yeah,
that?
that's long distance. That's like long distance. They're accepting
What?
long distance calls. That's interdimensional distance. I wonder what's the rate on that call.
In 2 or 3 years, it'll be a COVID one.
Oh
Oh boy.
God,
Oh boy. I'm
yeah.
telling you.
Now, Alex. Now, let me ask you this though. Since you brought it up, that's a good segue into another unsolicited topic.
Randomness.
Yeah,
Randomness.
randomness. Are you vaccinated? And if you're
Yeah,
not, then you want to share, or if you want to, do you mind sharing why or why not?
yeah. I'm fully vaccinated and boosted because my mom
Hmm.
wanted me to be vaccinated because I work with the public.
Okay, that's to me that's reasonable. That's smart.
Yeah, but I
Now,
know a lot of
so
people don't
so
want.
so I mean, now of course we all know that people love to politicize things like that. It is definitely, in my opinion, and Kat, she has her own view of it, but me, it is definitely nothing political. It's always been about health, And if I could be in my view is this right here. If it's something that I can do, to help make life easier and better, then I'm all for it. I do trust science. I trust things that I don't even understand, I can't pronounce or whatnot. We've been doing these things before we even got here. So when the right, the left, try to pull and sway, what I tell people is this right here, man. Yes, in the world of media, we do politicize pretty much everything. But when it comes to you and your loved ones, you got to do what is best for you. And here recently, um, the death of COVID, and I can truly say this, it has never touched my family personally, but I did feel the effects of a COVID death here recently, and that was from a very, very dear friend of mine.
Yeah.
His name was Lloyd Williams, and very healthy guy, just turned the sweet age of 50, and you know, no one was expecting anything outside of hey, Christmas, and then we'll see you in the next year. Unfortunately, he did not make it. As a matter of fact, I think they say he transitioned like on the 21st or something of December, and it was because he caught COVID. He was not vaccinated, and now he is no longer with us.
I'm
And
sorry to hear that.
yeah, and it hurt me to my heart, man. Like now, and, I've lost family members and stuff like that. And even during the height of COVID, I lost my mother. So, um, and now it wasn't because of COVID, but you know, I just want to continue to put this message out there. COVID is real. Regardless as to whose platform you're watching, regardless as to if they are red or blue, or if you're like me and Miss Cat, we're purple. You know, we don't. That has nothing to do what actually happens to your health. You know, and please understand, these people are getting a paycheck to politicize things like this, whether they pull you to the left or whether they pull you to the right. And they really don't care what happens to your health. But you better believe they are doing what they need to do to stay in front of the camera. So please understand that, guys. And that's my plug. Sorry.
That
We're
was
gonna
well
kick your
said. I agree with
soapbox from up under you. I said we're gonna kick his soapbox from up under him.
that. What does that mean?
I
Well,
was
back in the olden days, that's all right. Back in the olden days, when someone wanted to get above the crowd to be heard and seen to make a speech without a microphone, they would take a box that soap used to be sold in. So they would just turn it over a crate and stand on top of it. So the soapbox, get off your soapbox. That's where that term comes from.
Oh, that's
yep,
cool.
Mhm.
yep, that's what it was. So
So what's the random thing that you have on your mind, Alex? What's the burning question, or what do you feel like we need to be talking about? What needs to be said?
Sure. Before we get there, I wanted to mention a commercial that I saw when we were talking about commercials.
Oh, okay.
It's another like insurance one, I think, where
Uh-oh.
they talk
uh-oh.
about their parents doing stuff that their parents would do. Do you know which one I'm
Oh, we
talking about?
love those commercials.
Oh, I love those commercials. Oh my God. Pulls a
Now,
little to the left.
Alex, do you find yourself doing things that like your parents, like that commercial?
A little bit, but
I
it's
think
so true.
oh yeah. What are some of now? I guess I'll tell you some of mine, but what are some of the ones you see that you're like, oh boy, I do that like my parents? Am I becoming my parents?
Complimenting like hard workers. And grocery shopping.
Oh, definitely.
Oh my gosh.
Did you get a new blade back there? This is great. Give me one more slice. I love these commercials.
Oh my god.
No, okay. The other commercial that bothers me is the Limu Emu commercial, where the guy invites the emu over with him for a family cookout and he's serving chicken.
That was funny.
That was terrible.
That
bothered me.
It was
That,
good
I was
and
like,
terrible. It was good.
You did not consider who you invited to the cookout.
Oh my god.
Annoying.
Those are funny. I love, but I particularly love the commercial, being like, you're becoming more like your parent.
Oh gosh.
But one of mine, I'm just gonna do one.
Can you?
And it's like one of my biggest pet peeves. But I do sound just like my parents when I see a trend in our culture that is repeating itself, but then the participators are acting like it's brand new, and I heard myself repeat myself just like my mom and dad used to tell me, son, that ain't nothing new. Y'all think y'all doing something. And I'm like, oh my God, I actually said that. Y'all ain't doing nothing new.
Nothing new, not one thing. I'm becoming my parents. Well, I'm becoming somebody's parents because I leave notes when we go out to eat, thanking our servers. I do leave a cash tip, or he leaves a cash tip, and I'll write a really nice note. And especially if we've been somewhere for the first time, and the server, I say, hey, we've never been here before, and they treat us nice. They don't, act like they don't care that we're there. So that makes me really want to write a note, and I need to have a pen. Letting the manager know. Now, CJ is like his parents somebody's parents, because you'll do a survey. I rarely will fill out a survey, but as soon as he finishes ordering something, it comes in the mail. He's writing a review. He doesn't just give it stars. He has to say something. He takes pictures. He may even video. When he was on Wish, I had to make him Wish in the butt because he was just, oh, but it's so cheap. And he was just ordering and ordering. I said, take the app off your phone. You can't order no more because $2 and $10 start adding up after a couple of clicks. But yeah, he will write a review. I mean, his reviews are helpful to somebody shopping, but I never do them. But he will do them. It's happening. Not unless I'm getting a free chicken sandwich. I'll do that survey. We do that.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I don't do surveys either.
Oh, yes.
I do reviews, but not surveys.
You do reviews? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Now, but I'm more, you know what? I just told a lie. I do the surveys because I do the Google rewards. I'll do a survey and they'll ask you a couple of questions and give you some pocket change for that. But the reviews, that's what he does. So y'all are like your parents.
Yeah.
Have you ever given a bad review? Alex,
Absolutely.
Have you ever given a bad?
Absolutely.
You have?
When it's needed and I feel like the place is horrible, I'll leave a bad review.
What's the last bad review? Don't give the name of the place unless you want to, or the name of the place. But what was the bad review?
I think it was 2 years ago. It was when I was just leaving Massachusetts. It was a restaurant in Massachusetts, and the service was horrible. I had to wait like 30 minutes just for a waiter to come over and take my order. And then he never came back to give refills. And I never saw him until he came back to give me the check.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
That'll make me say, let me see your manager right now.
And he tried
but
to
I probably would have seen the manager before he came back. What happened?
He was trying to say it was his first day as a server, but that's not really an excuse.
That's too bad. Yeah, that's too bad. First day, my butt. No way.
God.
What's the last bad review?
Not taking it. That was a sit-down restaurant.
Yeah, it was like a Olive Garden. It was actually.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, you shouldn't even go to Olive Garden. You shouldn't go to. You should only eat at Texas Roadhouse, Alex. Never eat anywhere else. Only Texas Roadhouse.
Good plug, baby. Good plug. Good plug.
Well, Alex is the one that works at look at me cross promote. Alex is the one that works at Texas Roadhouse. So I'm
I
like, yeah,
know. I
I
know.
know
yeah.
I do work there. It's like I live there.
That's what I like about it. I
That's the
like
life of
it.
work. Yeah.
Except if you work there,
Yeah.
you'll get sick of the food.
You will. I agree. So I won't work there. I'll let you keep working there and I'll keep enjoying the food because I love it so much. We were talking with a friend of ours yesterday, and she says, you like them throwing the peanuts on the floor? So we're in Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to know, does Texas Roadhouse in Florida do that as well? You have the
No,
peanuts that people, y'all don't
we
do
don't
the,
do
why
it no
don't you do
more.
the
I don't do
peanuts on
that.
the,
They got rid of it because of COVID. I don't know, and we're like not in a rush to bring it back.
oh, I'm sure, because
But
everybody
you
can stick their
did do
hands
it
in.
though. But
Y'all
you
used
did
to
do
do it?
We did do it.
Okay.
it. Okay. All right. All right.
It's
So
kind
I
of like
mean,
That's
I
a
can
the thing.
understand I can understand the whole withdrawal from it. But
Yeah.
yeah, because that was my first experience
What's the
with it.
story? What's the story, Alex, behind the peanuts and people being able to throw them in the floor when they're done with the shells?
the owner thought that it would be like something fun for the children to do.
But you
Oh,
But
see the adults with the peanuts, I'm sure, a lot more than the kids.
yeah,
Oh
he
yeah.
doesn't realize that it causes the employees headaches.
Uh
for
oh, that's
real?
petty.
Nah,
Oh man.
that can't be a part of the. I'm thinking that you're probably gonna like take us back on like a mental ride of like,
No, that
well,
was it.
back in the Western days, like I'm thinking you're gonna give me like some type of cowboy story, like, like
Technically,
peanuts and beer, story.
technically, I'm supposed to do that to new trainees, but I don't because they probably
What
wouldn't
what
care if I told them the story.
what is the story?
I don't know much of it. I just know that when they first opened, they wanted to be different than like Longhorn and Outback. So they
Mhm.
offered fresh break beds as soon as you get seated, and the peanuts would be like an appetizer.
So everybody
Mm.
gets the appetizer. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a free appetizer. Like some restaurants
Mhm.
don't do freebies.
Yeah, they don't. There's a lot of them that don't. I know Don Pedro's, they'll give you salsa and chips, but not automatically not every restaurant gives you something for free. And Don Pedro's gives you a little dessert tortilla with strawberry drizzle and cinnamon, honey, and it's all on one chip and whipped cream. You get
Ooh,
that for free just for going to eat at
wow.
Don Pedro's. It's delicious.
Nice. I'm glad you guys mentioned the peanuts because I was just talking to my boss. I was like, why don't we just get rid of the whole peanuts idea? You'll sell more appetizers that way.
Oh man. Well, you know what? Hey,
But
Alex, did y'all ever take my idea to get the senior citizens and the young people to alternate on the schedule? Like when the young people want to be off, the senior citizens will be there to work.
I did tell them, and she said that the senior citizens won't be able to like do all the hard work.
No, we don't want them to do all the hard work.
no, we don't want them to do the hard
We
work.
just want them to come in when the kids won't come in.
True.
You
Kids
just
always want to have money
you
and
know
be
you
off
have a
work.
dedicated employee, right? You have a dedicated employee. That's all that is. Um,
True.
but speaking of the peanut though, Alex, I mean, because I'm sitting up here thinking, because I've never heard tell of so many people having allergies to peanuts until I, pretty much came out the Navy. I didn't even know that people had allergies to peanuts. Really, I just didn't. But to me, that's like the perfect or restaurant to go back and eat the way that we used to eat, at least the way that I'm used to eating.
Hmm.
Um, my baby and I, since we're talking about restaurants, right?
Yes,
One
we
of my
are.
favorite fast food restaurants was McDonald's, and one of those,
Oh,
and what brought us to McDonald's were the fries,
Nice.
and right, and that's all I would order. That's all I would really want. I mean, the hamburger or the soda, Okay, that to me that was just like okay, that came along with the fries because
The
the
fries was
whole
the main
idea
course.
was
They
the
were so
fries,
delicious. Yes.
right? And I did not notice. I mean, because I've never worked in the fast food industry or anything. I
Oh,
didn't
you
know
haven't?
or I didn't realize that they switched the oils. And they switched the oils because the oil that they originally was using was it beef honey? Like beef
They
or
had beef
peanut?
stock. They had beef stock in
Yeah,
the
beef
oil.
stock in the oil. And
Hmm.
and I was like, no wonder those fries was so good.
They was delicious. Yes.
But it's because of I guess like healthier reasons, stuff like that. They changed the oil, and like how my baby
Mm,
says all the time, you change one thing, you change everything.
you do.
And now I don't even enjoy French fries at McDonald's no more.
They
And it's
just
just like, and it's because they changed the oil. Did you know that?
No, I never knew that.
I mean,
You don't go
it's,
to
it's
McDonald's, Alex? Go ahead and tell us. You're
I
not, you don't go
do.
to
I
McDonald's?
do on occasion, but not often.
right. I
Okay.
mean, but even on occasion, I forget. Oh, those fries aren't the same, and it's
Well, that's
because
why he
they
go on
switch.
occasion, baby. He don't. It ain't at the top of his list. He marked it off.
I like the
But see,
McNuggets.
we're talking to Chef Alex. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so probably
It's
catching him
okay.
at McDonald's. He didn't mean to do it. He
I do
was,
eat fast
Oh,
food
yeah.
too.
He was
I
sleep
do eat
driving
fast
or
food when
something.
I don't want to cook.
yeah, which isn't we love, okay, we told you this already, but we love that video, and it was bread pudding. I'm not gonna forget the video.
Oh,
And I had
yeah.
to watch it. I watched it by myself, and then I was like, babe, you gotta watch this video
That was
because you
absolutely
were you were
funny.
doing the whole show. And no one cared about what you was talking about. They didn't care about what you was doing,
I didn't
nothing.
even know nobody was even there.
Well, I didn't know they were paying him
Until
attention. I knew there were people there. I knew his family was there, but I didn't think that they were like involved in the show. But when it was time to cut the pudding, he
shoot.
Everybody's
I
everyone
was like,
so
showed up. I was like,
wow.
where did everyone cut? And they just eased in the room. They was creeping, sneaking. I was like,
That
oh
was
man,
wonderful, guy. That was
that was
wonderful.
fun.
I
That
thank
was
mean,
you.
fun.
if you tried to stage that, that probably wouldn't have happened that
No,
like
No, absolutely not.
no,
that.
no. They showed up just like they were supposed to. They showed up right when you didn't need any more help.
I know. I was
Really?
kind of upset at that. I don't like people that come in my videos.
Oh
So
gosh.
I just kept it in there. I'm too lazy to edit.
Oh boy.
Oh man, listen, like
But that
like
was
how my
fun for
baby
us to
tell
watch.
me, we look when we live, it's live. That's
Yes.
just how it is. And speaking of live, uh I I had a very long, awkward 2 minutes.
Oh boo.
I saw
Oh
that on
boo.
Monday. I think it was.
Ah.
I was like, wow, she just gonna leave me hanging. Oh my God. And I'm
Alex,
sitting up here.
cut it out.
I'm trying to get to know all the controls and stuff. I'm trying to talk. The lights are on. I don't even have my little fancy little green screen going on. And I'm just like all over the place. And I'll tell you, that was like the longest 2 minutes. But my baby
You
was
did
like,
good though.
just go with it. Just go with it.
Alex, the thing that really puzzled me was he had at least 2 minutes worth of stuff to talk out. He could have been moving around and he could have been saying, okay, I'm trying to figure out the features on Facebook. I don't know what's going on. However, me and Miss T and TBS, he had an introduction. He forgot the whole script. He forgot the whole intro because he couldn't figure out what was going on. And y'all needed to know, I don't know what I'm doing. And she left me. I was like, that's cold blooded. That is cold blooded.
I'm not perfect either.
That's what I'm
Oh
trying
man.
to tell him. It's not a perfect thing. Like if friends came over to talk to us and we didn't quite have something right, friends would be okay with it because it's not going to be the whole time. It's not going to be the whole show,
Right.
and it definitely makes for some good jokes if you can laugh at yourself later.
Oh yeah.
True.
And
And
we've
my
laughed a
friend
couple
got me
times.
real good. Our friend got me. I really did have to laugh at myself because
He
one of the
said if
comments
awkward
was she had
silence was a person, it would be
if silence
CJ.
was a person, And I'm like, oh wow,
Wow.
that's funny. That's fun. I had to laugh at myself right there. That was
It
good.
was. You had a
So,
script. You didn't even have to be awkward.
yeah, it's all good. We live and we live.
Now, Alex, I noticed that you have a lineup of shows. We have expanded the shows that's on our This Needs to Be Said platform, and it kind of looks like you're expanding the shows on your platform. You want to talk about those? Tell us what you got
Yeah.
going on, because my show was like at the bottom of a list of some other shows that you had going on this week.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry
I
about
don't
that.
know how I feel about that. I was the last man on the totem pole.
It wasn't meant to be that way. It was just like
I'm teasing.
the agenda. So I have tropical fish aquarium videos that I do
Hmm.
weekly, wrestling videos. Let's see, sometimes I do cooking videos, but not often. And
Yeah.
because I don't have the right camera equipment, I use my webcam to cook in the kitchen. You can't really show much with that.
Hmm.
What else? And I do like interviews and occasional talk shows.
So are you doing 4 or 5 shows per week right now?
I would say 5 or 6 a week, but I
Oh,
think
wow.
yeah, I think like in when I get in the spring comes around, I'm gonna cut back a little bit.
A little bit. What does that look like? You're gonna go from 6 to 3 or 6 to 4?
Three
You're
or
still gonna be
four,
busy.
3 or 4, I'll cut down a bit. I notice when I do a lot of videos, my views aren't really where I want them to be.
Hmm.
I think it's
So
because
still finding that sweet
I'm
spot.
overwhelming my audience sometimes.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I'll say this, Alex. We watch other people's content, people we don't even know, and what we'll do is save up and like binge watch it, because if they do like short videos, 3 to 5 minute videos, it kind of it's like I want to have a bunch to watch at one time of this person's content and kind of get caught up with it. So I tell CJ this same thing I'm sharing with you is we live in an on-demand society. So just do your content, because what ends up happening is they discover you and they go back to see what else you've been doing. And I've been caught where they discover me, but there's not any recent content because I thought I was giving too much content. But if you have something on your mind or you get an interview opportunity, take it, because there are going to be times when you don't have to worry about cutting back. Cutting back will cut you back.
That's true.
there'll be there'll be times when there's a drought for you. So while it's good, keep producing your content, because you'll have a moment where nothing's happening, nothing's getting
Mhm.
your attention, and shoot, you just want a break, and you got it all out of your system and you don't have to worry. But you might want to try to worry, but you don't have to worry about having content for people, because you've done so much, and you can tell yourself this is a break, and when I'm ready I'll go again, because people don't
Yeah.
know, they don't know what time we're supposed to be on, even if they follow us, because they watch it when it's convenient for them.
That's very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was looking up some of my older podcasts, and it turns out that Blog Talk Radio deletes everything after 5 years.
Wow.
Yes.
That is
Yes, very
sad. That
upset
is
about
sad.
that.
All that hard work that I did.
Yes, yeah, I feel your pain. I feel the same way. I just, yeah.
So if you have a way to save it, like on a jump drive, an external drive, or something like that, be the savior of yourself. Then
We didn't even
I
know that
know,
was gonna happen. That
I
wasn't
know
we.
that's what Kat
Yeah.
did. You know,
Well, I learned because of what Alex was talking about, because we both started with Blog Talk. That's how we met. And there
Mhm.
was no idea that our content wouldn't still be there at some point. They did some
Yeah.
upgrades, and dropping some of our content was one of the things they did. And I
Mhm.
was not pleased with that at all.
Wow.
That's why I left them at the end of
Yeah,
the
because it was
day.
supposed to be there forever. But anyway,
Well,
yeah.
forever is a
But we
mighty
have so
long
many.
time.
Say it again, hon.
Forever is a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you.
Yeah, there's something else. Forever could be 2 weeks.
Especially in the world of that we live in today,
Of
where
technology.
everything that technology, what you know today is obsolete
Hmm.
tomorrow.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's where we live at, y'all.
Yeah.
That's true.
We have about 24 shows that we're going to be hosting this year on This Needs to Be Said. And
Nice.
a couple of them will be he and I still do my book interviews and my attorney interviews. He's doing his injustice show on Tuesdays nights. And then we do Talk It Up with the Joneses. So those four are our shows right away. The other 20 shows will be made up of other people that'll be on the platform. Inspirational. We have somebody already that's been doing devotionals. We'll add her content to the platform. Um, we have another chef, and she's actually a high school friend of ours, my best friend from so many years ago, and I hadn't seen her and missed her so much, and instantly we reconnected, and she's on board to help with whatever we need with the show. And like I sent you an article lead from Help a Reporter Out, that's something that I've been doing for all of my podcast friends when they have, specific topics that the reporters need feedback on, because that's more expansion for your platform. We're doing podcasts. Somebody else is doing magazines. Somebody else is doing, an online blog that we're not a part of. And if we can respond to some of their leads, then Alex Cardinale, you'll show up in other places and more people will
True.
discover what you do. So when I send them to you, try to respond to them. And even if you don't feel like you're super qualified for it, try it anyway, because you never know. Because they say what they would like to have, but if your response is what they want more than your qualifications, then you got your website in a byline on an article. You're being quoted. So
That's a good
for
idea.
2022, let's get quoted.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we're always figuring out how this thing works. So you're testing things, and that's what we're always going to be doing. So are you taking off in the spring specifically? Because that was very specific. Because you're going on vacation?
Yeah, I'm going to a couple of weeks in Miami. So
Oh, okay.
not really far from me.
Well, Miami still sounds like a lot of fun. I don't know how I would get any work done in Florida, because I would always want to not be at work. You're right
I
at the
know.
same.
I know. That's how I feel every time I go to work.
Oh man, I wouldn't make it. I'd have to call out for there'll be an issue every day. I couldn't make it in because my feet wouldn't turn towards the job.
Like after a while, those excuses will get like weaker and weaker. It's just
I
like,
know, right? Like I only have that
look,
one excuse.
right. Florida is like it's. I get in my opinion, it's kind of like the playground for grown folks, especially in the Keys.
Over 40, yeah.
Even when I was active duty in the Navy, man, that was like that really was like kitty land for us. Especially during Fleet Week, we were either going to do one, we were going to go one of two places, and that was either down in the Keys or go up to New York. And it was like the Mardi Gras for the Navy. I put it like that. It would be an awesome time every time. But down in Florida, oh my gosh, it was absolutely crazy because the
True.
weather don't help it.
Mm-mm.
It does not help it at all.
I would say about 40 to 50% of our population is all senior citizens,
Yes.
or
That's
even
that's what I like right there.
larger than that.
That's what I like.
Retirement state. That is
Yes.
the retirement state. Like you want to know where all the retirees go? Just go to
Florida.
Florida. You know.
That's where you're supposed to go. As soon as you get ready to slow down, you head to the beach. That's it.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. I
And
love it.
just take it day by day.
So
True.
let me think. What else do I want to know while we're here? Well, we're supposed to be doing this every month throughout 2022 with Alex. So spending time with him each month. So I'm looking forward to
Absolutely.
that.
I look forward to that. That's going to be
Oh,
great.
absolutely. We did this thing
Oh.
some years ago, Alex. Do you remember when we were in the Blog Talk group where, and I don't know whose idea it was. I think it was yours. If it wasn't yours, it was somebody else's. It wasn't my idea, but it was about cross promoting, and we would share each other's information on each other's platform. It was a group of us, maybe about 3 or 4 of us. Do you remember?
Oh yes, I remember that. I think it was the commercials that I wanted to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That was a lot of fun. That
that
was a
was
lot of
fun.
fun, and it helped me leverage your network. And I don't know like specifically who came from whose group, who used to listen to Alex, who now listens to me, but it gave me the confidence because I'm working on my show, he's working on his show. I want to say LaCrush was one of the people, she was helping us, and there was one other guy who talked a lot about being off the grid. So that was like our group of 4, and we would share each other's information, and we had completely, different content. So I felt supported. That was one of the things that made me want to really stick with podcasting.
Oh,
I
that's
was like, this
awesome.
is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because like even like with me, like just to get me warmed up to do, I call it, it's basically a subdivision of This Needs to Be Said. Uh, my sweetheart encouraged me to do Elephant Exposed because of my experience, but as a warm up, I was brought on as a panelist on our good friend Brian Parker, and
Hmm.
because he had his own podcast shows and everything, and so just to get used to being spotlighted and not freezing up on different topics and just getting used to like flows of conversation and different things like that. To me, one of the greatest things that most people can't get over is talking directly into this microphone here. Or they realize, or they look up and they see the number or something start to change, and they're like, So, like, once they get past that, you just having a conversation with somebody, you
True.
know, and
Alex,
all
what was your first show like?
Nerve wracking to be honest, because I
Uh,
didn't know how well it would be received, how I would do,
mm-hmm.
and if I was gonna stutter. I want everything I do. I want it to be perfect. I'm like a perfectionist, so the first episode was horrible in my opinion,
Mine too. I agree.
mine
and I
too.
wanted to
So,
delete
what
it.
did you do your very first one on Blog Talk Radio as well, or did you do
Yes,
it on?
yes, unfortunately.
So my first experience, I couldn't hear myself. I had worked in a radio station before where you had headphones and you could hear yourself. Well, that was different because all you need is your phone and a laptop so you could do a show, but I didn't know what I sound like. So actually Blog Talk came first, and I found the difference between working in a radio station and the catastrophe I was establishing for myself on Blog Talk Radio. Um, I it was horrible. I didn't know how bad it was. If I had known how bad it was, I wouldn't have kept going. But it was too late. I was already gone, off and running. But my very first one, I'm like, hello? Like, who was gonna say hello back to me? It was just me logging in. Like, was there somebody in Blog Talk that's gonna say, yes, Catherine, we hear you? I don't know what I don't know what I expected, but it was terrible.
The video is a lot better. The video podcast I like a lot better.
You do? I
Yeah,
don't know because I don't have to do anything to my hair or put on lipstick or nothing. The audio is better for me.
you like the audio
I don't know.
better.
I'm not used to the video yet. I'm not.
I don't even know if I have a preference, so I can't even get in that conversation.
Yeah, because you went straight to video. You were straight to video.
I went straight to video. I
Yes,
went
you
straight to
did.
video. Now, however, um, I guess depending on the strength of the subject matter that I'm bringing up, some subject matters, I mean, I'm like a fish in water, and then other ones is more or less like legalese. So I think I just shared this with Miss T and TBS. When I'm in that water, I prefer to do reaction videos versus me just sitting here talking to a camera. But if it's something that is strictly law enforcement related, oh, I don't need nothing except for this, and I can talk to you all day. So I guess so with me, I like I said, I don't have a preference, but I guess but it also depends on what I'm talking about.
I think it's the same. I think it's the same with any of us. Out of all the people I've helped get started on doing their own show, I find the minute they're talking about something that they know that you can't tell them that they don't know, like they're so certain of it, they're off and running. It's the minute that they have to research or it's possible that they may get the wrong information. If there's any chance for them to, mess it up, they don't want to do that. But when they start talking about something that they love, it's like, I'm like, that's the thing we need to talk about because you're not nervous and you don't care what others think in this space. So it's no longer about the camera or the lighting or how I sound. It's I know what I'm talking about, and that's where the magic is. So yeah.
That's where it's at.
Well said. One thing I do notice that is that when I first started podcasting, there's an awful lot of critics. People will watch your stuff and then they'll criticize your show and then they'll start hating you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of people tell me that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Everybody always got something to say. They like buttholes, Alex. Everybody has one.
That's true.
They always have something to say. Always
But
have something.
I met some awesome people like you guys.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Even though you're Cowboy fans.
But you know what? The only saving grace is that Alex and I share being Yankees fans. And so I'm not gonna be so upset with him because he has yet to convert to being a Cowboy fan. He's gonna learn to make better choices in life. Yankees.
I know. We gotta, baby. We gotta work with him.
We gotta work with him.
Because haters are really admirers, and that's actually I was going to share that with them. So I mean that was a perfect segue. Because that's what haters are. Haters are really appreciators, and they are low key cheering for you.
So it's like a frown turned upside down.
Exactly. So basically, what they're saying is, I really love what y'all got going on. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. So I'll just pretend that I hate you just so I can see you succeed.
That's what it is. It's a setup. Okay, right. I see.
It's all about the reverse mojo,
Reverse mojo.
Yeah. You like that, Alex? I told you wasn't ready for me.
I like it. I am rooting for you guys tomorrow. I'm rooting for the Cowboys tomorrow.
But he said what his agenda was.
Yeah, they have us.
Pure. CJ, his intentions are pure. He wants us to win so he could lose.
He wants us to win so he can lose. Then you know what? Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen.
Well, you know what? If it would be are we looking at them playing in the Super Bowl, or you just want to see them play during the playoffs, Alex?
Championship.
You said what?
Okay.
NFC Championship.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
No,
do you see? Are you looking at the screen, CJ?
Yeah, I see it.
Man, am I the only one seeing this? Oh man, this is trouble.
You know what? It's okay. They call that fantasy football.
Oh,
they call that fantasy football.
Didn't we get whooped? That was us, or was that's reverse? I don't even remember now.
Evidently, he suffers from dyslexia.
Wait a minute. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Now I gotta go Google this. Alex, wait a minute. Google is my friend.
True.
This is terrible.
That was cute, Alex.
That was cute. He's a mess.
That was cute.
He was ready for us.
I was.
He said he was ready. He said he was ready.
But
he said he was ready.
That was a nice little.
That was
a nice little slide show.
That's terrible. So is that your prediction?
But eventually, we all have to come back to reality.
True.
But it ain't over. It ain't over.
I think the reality
in the words
win the Super Bowl.
In the words of my favorite military personality on TV, Major Payne, Let's
Oh,
get this
brother.
party started.
Oh, Lord. I thought you were being serious for 2 seconds, and then I realized.
I said military personality.
Yeah, but I
Major
was
thing.
still okay. I gave too much credit. I was really thinking this was getting ready to be, and then you said major pain. I was like, uh-oh.
No,
This could go any kind of way.
no, I never had a show like that before. Oh yeah, I have actually.
Well, there.
It was with an old man, but he's no longer alive.
Oh,
Oh
was it a
God.
fun show?
Huh?
Was it a fun show? Like, tell me, like, wait a
It
minute. Are
was.
you sitting? Huh?
It was until I asked him about why he was married 5 times.
Uh-oh.
He got mad.
Ooh.
Why? Well, why would he be mad? Don't be mad. He did five. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I did tell him you probably couldn't please a woman anymore.
Oh, you were being mean,
Oh,
Alex. Were you giving him a hard
Alex
time?
was being mean.
Uh-oh.
Alex,
Alex
Alex,
is a
was you
troublemaker.
being mean?
But he led when he was gonna be causing some trouble tonight, so I'm not surprised.
That's
True.
cool. That's cool. I like that. I invite
Mhm.
all the banter because it
Oh,
makes those victories just that much sweeter.
True.
yes.
Who are you guys pulling for tomorrow? Pulling for tomorrow?
Yeah,
Now you
but
have to have special food, Alex. Are you working or will you be watching the game?
I'll be staying home watching the game most likely, unless they need me.
Well,
okay.
don't go in and then make some special food and do a video during the Cowboys game as you're celebrating us, okay?
I
That's
will.
what you can do. You can
I
help with the
will.
mojo by making a special cowboy dish, victory dish.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
film the Cowboy game tomorrow, and then I'll give you guys my
Oh,
reaction.
only with food. I can only watch it if you put food with it.
Okay.
There has to be food
There has
involved.
to be food involved.
Okay, I'll try.
But yeah. Oh boy.
So, who do you guys think is going to the Super Bowl this year?
Oh, definitely us.
It
And
could.
anybody else, they
I
just a
thought
main
we was in. I thought we was in the clear. I thought we was changing the subject. He started more trouble.
Never
Got
say
quiet to
never.
start back up. Okay,
It could happen.
it could happen.
It's gonna happen. It's
Donald
gonna
Trump
happen.
became president, so anything is possible.
Well, if you put it that way, you're absolutely right.
I mean, any true cowboy fan will tell you. I mean, I'm sorry, wow, listen to me. Any true football fan will tell you anything can happen on any given Sunday.
Well, that's
Um,
true.
and there have been times where that has been absolutely true. Um, it just all depends, guys. And I do. And I'm a big fan of Shannon and Skip Bayless show. They seem to be, the more reasonable, level-headed, minded guys, and they have a lot of statistics and stuff to back up their predictions. And one of the things that they said that's been absolutely true whenever we going to be watching these wild card games, guys, is it really, honestly, it all depends on who stays the healthiest. That's going to be your winner, honestly. So all cowboy jokes aside, all Buccaneer jokes and Tom Brady jokes aside, what it really boils down to is who is the healthiest because they all want it, you know. So, this is probably going to be the rawest fight, so to speak, uh, for all the teams. For the teams that you counted out, they're going to be playing the hardest. And for the teams that you've always expected to win, they're going to have their work cut out for them because
True.
everybody is going for that number one spot, and there can only be one. There
But
can only
was
be one.
it? Is it the Cleveland Browns? They surprised us one year because they had been
Oh
doing
my
bad
God,
for a long
did they?
time,
Oh,
and their comeback
yes,
story. I was like,
yes,
wow. We have
boy.
a guy. We have a guy here in Charlotte where it's the Panther or Cowboys. You're either Panthers or Cowboys if you're from this Charlotte, North Carolina. But there's a pizza parlor here in Charlotte for the the Cleveland Browns.
Mm-hmm.
We're
No,
trying to figure like
seriously.
where did you
Like,
come from? He moved here, and the pizza's good actually. But you know his team was doing bad. But it was about we've been together since the Cleveland Browns did better because he was like, oh
yeah.
yeah, we back on top. But he'd already had to shop and they weren't doing real good for a long time. But he was a fan, diehard fan, and he was counted out that year. And they really
They
made a name for
surprised
themselves.
everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
unexpected.
yeah. And it's kind of like what the Dolphins are doing. You know, a lot of people forgot
I lost
about the
a
Dolphins.
nickel on them one time. Alex, listen. I was under 10 years old and my dad was watching the Dolphins and the Redskins play. I believe this was the game. And I used to hear my dad say, I bet. You know, he would I don't know if he was really betting money, but I said, I bet you that the blue and white team will beat the other team. Well, he bet me. He said, what you bet? I said 5 cents. I didn't have any idea that I would lose, nor did I have any idea that it would be hard for me to find a nickel at the end of the night. So my dad would always sleep on the couch and change would come out of his pocket. So I figured even if I lost, I know where to go get my payout. Well, I was up really, really late in kid time to find this nickel that I owed my dad when the game was over. I don't know if I won or lost actually because I didn't know what was going on. But my dad said I lost and I had to pay him his money and I needed to pay him before I went to bed that night. He needed his money. And I was
Oh
looking
yeah.
real hard for that nickel. I pulled the cushions out of the couch. I couldn't find 5 cents that night. That was terrible. Usually you can find a quarter, but I could not find a nickel.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
I don't really care about the Dolphins doing better now. That's the point of this story. Still holding a grudge from the nickel I lost on the bet when they didn't do well. They should have won. What's the inflation on a nickel? Because that's what they owe me. Pay me what you owe me. Shoot,
Oh God.
losing money. That was a lesson in don't bet. That's what I don't
Oh
bet. I
God.
don't scratch off. I don't bet
You got
nothing.
you got my jaws hurt. He held you. He held his own daughter to a nickel. That's
He say, listen, he said, before you lay down tonight, you better pay me my money. You know what? It sounded like it was some big money too. Boy,
oh my God. To a
I couldn't
child, that
find
is.
five, huh?
To a child, yes, that is.
Well, it is to a child that's unemployed. I didn't even have allowance. I was a freeloader. I was living on on their good what is it? I was living on my parents' good graces.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
didn't have any monetary value that night when I lost that bet. The
Wow.
Miami Dolphins bumped them.
Okay.
They still
All
suck.
right, all right. I was looking at the show notes while y'all was over here, messing around with the cowboy stuff. And you are right, Alex. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So
Yes.
I'm all about that. I'm interested. So how do you guys feel about Valentine's? And they have this term called Galentines. Guy Valentine.
Gal is in like female, right?
No, Valentine's Day and then Galentine's. Galentine's is like Valentine's Day for guys.
Oh, well, see, that's why I asked the question. Okay.
That's why I clarified.
Um. mm,
Well, don't both jump all at once, but either guy, how do you feel about it? Alex,
well,
CJ,
see,
someone.
I'm old school. I'm very very old
What
school.
does that mean? Relic
Do
of
you
the
really want
past.
me
What
to
does
tell
that
you?
mean?
Because I don't want to affect Alex's show. Um, I'm a
Well,
dinosaur.
Alex is still young and tender. We the relics.
I just say yes.
I don't know.
I don't want to be a
It's
bad
Senior's Day
influence
on
to my
Alex
new
show.
friend. I don't want to be a bad influence to my new friend. I'm
No.
okay. Alex, tell me how you feel, and then I'll tell you how I feel. Yeah.
Ain't that something?
So basically, it's a day where guys celebrate being a guy.
Well, I'm thinking Galentine's is the girl is supposed to give the guys gifts because Valentine's is when y'all give us stuff. So
Oh,
Right.
that's what.
okay. I got you now. I got you now.
So do y'all
I
want an
like that.
edible arrangement or sent to your job for all your friends to see
Yeah, that'd
from
be
your
awesome.
sweetheart?
I
That'd be
like that.
awesome. You like
I
that?
like that idea.
You like that idea, Alex?
Yeah.
CJ, you want you a edible arrangement?
My quick answer would be this: keep it manly, and I won't have a
Mm.
problem.
So you're gonna get you some Old Spice
Keep it, keep it,
and some
keep it,
Brute.
keep it masculine. Keep it masculine,
Fruit
alpha
is
male,
fruit is
and
masculine.
we good. Say
Fruit
what?
dipped in chocolate on what are those sticks called, Alex? That they do the arrangements with the fruit on. Those
Skews.
Oh,
are
skewers.
they skews?
The chocolate
Skewers?
covered,
Okay.
yeah, chocolate covered banana skewer.
Yeah, yeah. See,
Like I said, listen. I just said, keep
crazy,
it masculine.
crazy. So y'all not gonna be looking for nothing too big. Okay, so if you don't get nothing for Valentine's Day, will y'all be upset?
Why?
No, I expect not to
No.
get anything
No.
Oh, you
from
Why?
single.
dang. What kind of, you know what? Okay, out of all the times that I feel like guys have it so much better than girls, I do kind of feel bad for y'all on Valentine's Day. Like your mind says, I already expect not to get nothing. That stinks.
Well, I
Dang,
mean, it is what it is. I mean, I
I'm
grew
already
up
not getting
being the
nothing.
giver. I
Well,
grew up being the giver,
I mean, I get what you're
especially
saying,
for
but
Valentine's
dang.
Day. Say what?
I said I get it, but dang, you might get some socks for Christmas. Like they piece you out a whole outfit over the year. You get a tie on Father's Day. You might get a shirt on your birthday and some socks and drawers on Christmas. Like you almost got an outfit. They get you pants the next year. Over a 2-year period of time, you might get
And
a
your
whole
one and
outfit.
only, shirt and matching tie set for Easter. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but then wait a minute, wait a
No.
minute. Then you get a pair of pants for your birthday. Then if you're getting a shirt and a tie for Easter, and then you got a tie for Father's Day, you done got 2 ties in 1 year, CJ. You overdoing it. And then you're gonna get
That
socks.
that was the average. That was
That's
the
crazy.
average. And
Well,
you
it'll
can
break
count
my
on
heart not
socks
to be a
every
guy
Christmas.
that goes with that.
You can count on a pair of socks. Definitely.
Count on it.
Count on it. That was definitely Christmas.
Mm.
That's how
well,
most of us know it's Christmas.
Because you got new underwear and new socks. That's stupid.
Underwear and socks, bro. Like,
Must
oh
be
yeah,
Christmas. You know
didn't see
what?
that coming. Boy,
You know
y'all
what,
went
Alex?
shopping for me.
Alex, whenever I order Texas Roadhouse, we mostly, well, the past 2 years, whenever we've ordered it, we have it delivered to the house. Or we go pick it up. Ours don't deliver to the house. So we have to do, we'll drive up and they'll bring it out to the car. Well, every time I order steak, he said, oh, we must be celebrating. So that's like, so the
I
socks,
did
it must
something
be
good.
Christmas. Yeah.
We
I'm
are
glad you brought that up.
celebrating.
'Cause, most guys want a good dinner and sex on Valentine's Day.
But that's every day, ain't it?
Yeah, that's
Right.
taking
Like,
Valentine's Day is every day.
babe, I'm gonna give you the same thing you've been getting all year long. It's just
And
gonna
you
be
know what?
special
Now,
on
now,
Valentine's
honestly, like I said, now, Alex, honestly, now that's the sad part. Because
Day.
if my guy has to wait
Oh,
until Valentine's Day, birthday,
that's
and
it.
maybe go in like a
If for anniversary, you got your
yeah,
3
an
times.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
No.
probably got to
Well, no.
reevaluate some things.
Well, hold on. Let's see, CJ. If we only did it 3 times, the sex is your gift, then you get it for February, August, and October. So you'll
Ooh,
spread it
wow.
out. So it's like you had sex all year long, but spread it
No
out.
man. Woo! Now,
You
how
say
many
no,
times you
man.
said, "Oh boy"? Hold on. I'm gonna tie this one together. How long?
Oh,
You said how many times? Old boy was married 5 times.
oh,
Yeah.
That could have been the issue.
oh. Them 3 times a year. Dang. Well, what if those 3 times a year are very, very, very special?
Oh Lord, you talking
No.
about something else now? See,
Santa only comes
Oh,
once a year.
it's definitely
say
not for
what?
kids.
Santa only
No.
comes once a year.
Oh my
He
God,
don't want Santa schedule. He don't want Santa schedule.
Santa
But I mean,
schedule.
he's so giving, and so I mean,
Woo.
amazing what that could be like for Santa. Boy, Santa. Okay, well then
True.
that add one more time, CJ, because technically you're Santa, so you up to 4 times right now. And
Ooh.
like year in and the year end, like you'll close the year out strong, starting in August with our anniversary, and then our birthday in October. And since mine is the 10th and yours is the 11th, we can give and take. You know, that's 2 days right there. And then you got Christmas. We up to 4 times at the end of the year. You not with that
Happy
stuff?
New Year.
You adding in a day. Now I don't know nobody getting no gifts for New Year's. You tacking on a day?
Weekends.
Lord. So Alex, he's obviously not going for this schedule I'm talking about. So
Oh
we'll be
no! Oh
getting
no!
it.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Yeah,
Not at all. Okay, he's not for it. He's not for it. He's not for it
I
at
am
all.
not for it. No,
That's crazy.
ma'am. No, ma'am. No ham.
Let's
No
see,
burger.
what would I want? Now I would like to have something for Valentine's Day, and I like to do stuff for my kids. Tracy is laughing at us. So he has the younger children now. My older kid, my kids are 32, 30, and 21, I think. So they probably aren't really looking forward to, and they're all boys, so they're not really looking forward to mom doing Valentine stuff for them per se. But the younger ones can get a heart shaped candy box or a balloon. That's something I would do when the kids were little. So I look forward to that. And even if they don't necessarily ask for it, I just think it's an excuse to give the kids something. And I think it's an excuse to give me something. And I like chocolate. And I
Me
like the
too.
edible arrangements. And I like food and foot rubs. So there'll be so many things he could possibly do to make this Valentine's Day special, like every other Valentine's Day. It was our first year, and he didn't realize how very important gifts were. Like he was like, when we got together, this year makes 4 years. We were both struggling. So I wasn't looking for like break the broke bank to try to get me something, but do something for Valentine's Day. And he was like, we don't have any money. We broke. And I said, well, that's why you gotta get creative. Like there's no excuse for no gift. You need to be here cutting and crafting something. Make me a paper flower or something. So no
That's why I'm
excuse.
glad I'm single.
Oh, we're gonna get you hooked up right now. Alex is looking, we taking calls right now. Alex is single. He like long walks on the beach, hand holding. He's a chef. He has interesting conversations about wrestling. Oh, and tropical fish for sure. Oh yeah. Alex, we're gonna get you hooked up. 2022, you're gonna get your 3 times a year. It's coming. We're gonna get you.
True.
Okay. So I do believe that my wife just put me on blast in front of the whole world. So no pressure, right?
No
Cool,
pressure.
no problem.
No pressure.
Uh, I got this.
All I'm saying is we're not broke this time, bro.
Yeah, we ain't broke. We ain't broke. I ain't struggling. So
Yeah.
we're good, baby. What Tracy saying?
Tracy didn't say nothing.
Yes, she
She
did.
ain't saying nothing. She ain't saying nothing.
She said I need to be taking. Boy, boy,
No chill. There is no chill.
boy.
Hey, thank you, Tracy, for having my back. I've been handling these guys. They not going easy on me. Alex done put up his prediction for the Buccaneers versus the Cowboys. I don't know what happened there. I just been
The
alone. I've been by
Dallas
myself.
Cowgirls.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
I done got us
here we
back.
go.
Wait a minute. Let me check the show notes. I done got us back in trouble again.
See,
Lord.
here you go. Here you
Alex just
go.
want to have problems. I swear.
It's a, he want this.
He
He
want
want
problems.
this.
He know
See,
how y'all do. He know how y'all Cowboys get upset. Tell him
nah,
about
we
you
don't
went to
get
the grocery
upset.
store today.
We don't get upset.
Okay, tell him about your trip to the grocery store today. We don't get upset.
Oh my gosh.
We met an Eagles
Okay.
fan who wanted to have a embrace and wanted to, get him to spell out the Eagles in a cheer. Where was that?
Oh, baby, you messing up the whole thing. Okay,
Then
just let
hurry
me
up and
go ahead
tell
and
the
tell it
story
to you.
then, before I try to tell
Okay.
it.
So anyway, as I'm getting out the car, and like I said, here in Charlotte, Alex, you got to understand, before there were even Carolina or anything, you were either Dallas Cowboy or Washington. Back in those days, they were Redskins. Okay, so nobody gets sensitive. That's what the name of the team was. All right, so you were either Cowboy, Redskin, and I think there was some room for some Raiders. Anyway, long story short, I can always tell when I'm talking either to a millennial or someone that is brand new to the Carolinas, because the first thing they do is, oh, Cowboy fan, oh, Cowboy fan. So I'm kind of used to educating these people.
Oh,
Now,
brother, that's what you call it.
so as soon as I walk inside the grocery store, I didn't realize, but it was like 8 of us Cowboy fans just wearing our cowboy gear and just shopping around. This one guy, he was about to just lose it. So then he says out loud, ah, another Cowboy fan. Now, I don't know if someone said something to him or not, but I'm not that guy that you were going to say something about the Cowboys and I not say nothing. So I had a very quick snap back to him. I made everybody laugh, and we all just kind of like went about our way. Go around the corner, I happened to run into one of our divisional rivals, an Eagles fan. He had the nerve to tell me I need to take off my shirt. Now, mind you, I have a cowboy jacket. It's a hoodie. I said, well, first of all, see, that's what further lets me know the reason why y'all lost, because you can't even see, kind of like your quarterback. You couldn't see who he was trying to connect, and that's why y'all lost the game. This is a jacket, it's not a shirt. And I say, he goes, oh, that's all right, because when y'all play tomorrow, y'all gonna be one and done. I say, but you know what? At least we can say that we are one and done. But y'all can't say anything at all. Can you say Cowboys perfect divisional sweep, 6-0 divisional champions? Can you say that? Nah, I don't think so. So having fun, just dogging the guy out. Man, we finished shopping. We go out to the car. Now my car is completely dressed out in cowboy design. He happened to park right beside me. Now, that was ironic. And he went out there. By the time I got out to the car, him and his wife get out to the car. He was like, "Oh my God!" And he's throwing a fit. He's like, "I don't believe this." I was like, "Well, well, well." I'm just rubbing it in, Alex. I'm just rubbing it in. And he goes, okay, man. He said, okay, man, just come in. So I get him, we get hugged up. I say, listen, I give it to y'all just like we give it to us. We have fun with this, right? We just like banter back and forth, right? And he goes, well, can you do me a favor? Can you do this for me? He goes, could you, and then he starts spelling out Eagles, right? And every time he said a letter, I was like, hell no, hell. And his wife is laughing her behind off. And we're just having like the greatest time. And then I was just like, can you say, how about them Cowboys DC 4L? Listen, it ain't nothing that I haven't heard before, baby. I've been a Cowboy fan since 1980. You cannot outfan me. Do it. And that's how it is in the Carolinas, baby. That's how it is.
Well, listen, Alex, do you think CJ went to the store to pick up some items for the house, or did he go to set some non-cowboy fans straight? I can never tell when he goes to the store.
It probably wants to buy snacks.
But I don't even know if the snacks got purchased. Did you hear him say anything about grocery shopping in this entire grocery store
No.
story?
Yeah.
I
Not at all,
did.
right?
I did, guys.
We,
You'll be
we
able to
have
go
we don't
back
have
and
no
look at it.
receipts for that. We don't have no
Oh,
receipts for that.
oh, wow.
I am teasing. I am teasing. So Valentine's is covered. All right. Now if I can get away with it, I will celebrate every holiday. Like every month there has to be something that I could possibly get a trinket or a gift for.
I
He
agree with
doesn't
you
go
on
for it
that.
all the time, but I try it.
Well, you are deserving, but and I get it. I
I
get
be
it.
trying. I be trying to get something every time for St. Patrick's Day, for Cinco de Mayo, um, Easter. Easter about a giving. You definitely can get something. Everybody, the community will give you something for Easter, but then Mother's Day. But I need like something extra. Like when you get to June, there's Flag Day. Now I don't know, who cares about that, but it's a holiday, so
Yeah.
I can get something for that. Then there's well, no, we got Juneteenth in June. Those
Yep.
two. Then I share that with everybody. No, no, I want like my own holiday that I'm getting stuff. I mean, because y'all just said y'all used to not getting stuff, so I'm just, since y'all not worried about getting nothing, I just increase my getting.
See,
You
that's a
know,
monster. That's a
mm,
monster.
mm.
We
Oh,
need a
that's terrible.
Catherine Day, a CJ Day, and an Alex Day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
3 separate days. I don't want to share the day with you. I want my own day. You have your own day.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah. National holidays, even. I think we need to be on the calendar. National Alex and CJ and Catherine Day, separate days. Yes, I think
Agreed.
so. Is that the alarm that's telling us we talked too long? Time up.
Oh,
No, it's one of my friends calling.
oh,
One of
okay.
my
Okay.
uncle's friends.
Tracy
Sorry.
said it's called your birthday.
Oh, wait a minute. You laughing real hard, CJ. Don't laugh that hard. Don't laugh that hard. Don't laugh that hard. Yeah.
It's my birthday every day.
You know that's
Oh
right.
Lord. Every
Always
day.
Oh,
do.
that's right. That's what I'm talking about. Was that to wrap it up, Box y'all?
I don't know. I heard a bell go off. I think Alex he trying to put us out. I don't know what happened.
Oh no, no, it wasn't me. We can end it here if you guys want.
Well, let me think if I done said all the random stuff I want to say first. Wait a minute. Because I won't talk to you again until on your show next month. And then we gotta have you on our show. So we're gonna be we don't have a set schedule yet, but Tuesday is more likely when we'll probably go live, and we'll probably need to use StreamYard in hindsight. We tried going live on Facebook and we ain't really like that. So what's your schedule like on Tuesdays?
I'm free every Tuesday most of the time.
Oh, well, that's good then.
Yeah,
Then we can
absolutely.
do that.
Yeah,
Definitely, since the Cowboys are going to be playing tomorrow, then Tuesday we definitely can see how Alex is still feeling about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
well, hopefully it'll be a victory for you guys, and then we can look forward to the divisional game.
Oh, listen to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to
Okay.
him.
That sounds like a date. That sounds like a
Everybody
date.
got their agenda. Everybody got their agenda.
Yes, sir. Well,
Well, I
I
want to say
appreciate.
thank you for having us on, Alex, and
My
I'm
pleasure.
looking forward. I'm looking forward to next month. I'm looking forward to 2022 being a wonderful year for both of us. And I hope that this COVID stuff gets cleared up because I do want to come to South Florida and come see you and have a meeting and meet your manager and eat at your Texas Roadhouse and all of that. So
Absolutely, and I'll introduce you to
I'm
my
hoping we
family
get.
too. You'll love my parents.
Oh, I already do love your family. We
Yeah.
already love your family. We rode with we rode actually with you in the car. One of the videos that y'all had in the car, I can't remember. I can't remember. I want to say y'all were in the car, and I think your mom was telling you not to yell out of the window. I can't remember if
Oh
y'all
yeah,
were
yeah, yeah. Was that some drunk? I think the drunk politician guy.
right.
Oh
Oh
wow.
yes,
That
I
was my
already love
brother
your
that did that.
family. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and we'll wrap up here, and then we'll see you on Tuesday. I'll get in touch with you offline to give you the information, but we'll do it Tuesday. You come hang
Sounds
out with
great.
us, Mr.
Thank you
T and
guys so
TBS.
much.
You got something you want to say?
Thank you for having me, Mr. Alex. For real, I really do appreciate the opportunity, and thank you, Miss T and TBS, as well. I had fun with you guys chopping it up, and let's do this again, man. For real.
And
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
Thank you, Tracy, for being in the audience and supporting us. I really appreciate it. That's the
Thank you,
friend we were
Trey.
telling you about earlier, Alex, that I hadn't seen since high school, and we're back. We're back together again.
Nice.
Yes,
Another chef.
absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Have some food, talk it up. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna say good night. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great night, and thank you guys for being here.
There's my bite. There we go.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody. All righty. That was an awesome interview. It was great to chat with them and have some fun. With that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and subscribe for more awesome videos. Good night, everybody. Hello, everyone. It's me, the one and the only legendary Alex Cardinale. I'm inviting you to be a part of my biggest party of 2022. That's right. In March, we are going to celebrate with a huge historical party. In March of 2014, I created this here YouTube channel. So on Sunday, March 6th, 2022, it will be my 8-year YouTube anniversary. It will mark my 8th year as a YouTuber. So join me, legendary Alex Cardinale, live Sunday, March 6th, 2022 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific for my legendary 8-year YouTube anniversary. There are going to be 4 legendary special guests. My first confirmed special guest is fish keeping YouTuber Rachel O'Leary. Rachel O'Leary specializes in nano aquariums, and she will be my very first guest to educate us on nano aquariums and nano fish. There will be 3 other legendary special guests. There will be prize giveaways. 3 aquarium hobbyists, 1 food lover, and 1 legendary subscriber will win prizes. 1 aquarium hobbyist will win a $100 gift certificate to tangledupincichlids.com. 1 legendary aquarium hobbyist will win a $100 gift certificate to Aquatic Rarities, aka Malone's Monsters, and 1 aquarium hobbyist will win aquarium supplies courtesy of Little Egypt Aquarium Club. 1 food lover will win a basket of Watkins vanilla extract and Watkins seasonings courtesy of Jeremy Stellhorn, and 1 legendary subscriber will win a $75 Texas Roadhouse gift card courtesy of your boy, legendary Alex Cardinale. All you need to do is enter the prize giveaways. So on each episode of Legendary Alex Cardinale here on my YouTube channel, stay tuned for the promos to see how you can enter the prize giveaways and how you have the chance to win any of these awesome prizes that will be given away on Sunday, March 6th as part of my 8-year YouTube anniversary. There will be appearances by me, Alex Cardinale, in my 4 different personas. Mick Foley's got nothing on me. There will be appearances from legendary Alex Cardinale, Aqua Alex Cardinale, Chef Alex Cardinale, and WWE fanboy Alex Cardinale. Watch Chef Alex cook prime rib and meatballs to celebrate the occasion. And Chef Alex will be making some delicious desserts as he bakes Twix cheesecake and Reese's cake to celebrate 8 years as a YouTuber. Aqua Alex discusses the various fish species he's kept over the last 8 years and more. WWE fanboy Alex Cardinale discusses his dream WrestleMania 38 card. So there is something for everybody on this 8-year YouTube anniversary. All that and much more in this historic party. And that is not including some of the confirmed events and activities that I have scheduled for this 8-year YouTube anniversary. It is live Sunday, March 6th, 2022 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, right here on my YouTube channel, The Legendary Alex Cardinale. This broadcast is only available exclusively on YouTube. It will only air live on YouTube. So make sure you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel and subscribe right now to the legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. So join my 8-year YouTube anniversary Sunday, March 6th, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Yeehaw!